Hello friends, I am Mrs. Seema Patil and you are watching my channel Smarter Every Day. Today we are going to learn part 2 of the lesson Into the Wild. Part 2 is named as Tracking the Panther of Nagarhole. This text introduces Shaz Jang, a wildlife photographer, cinematographer, big cat tracker, man animal conflict resolution seeker, and a lodge owner. Cinematographer students, let me explain you the terms simultaneously. Cinematography is art of photography, art of making motion pictures. Now this is Shaz Jung students. Part 2. This part has been extracted from Scene Traveler magazine published by Land Rover India. It is about Shaz Jung, known for his wildlife photography. It briefs us about his entry into the world of wildlife photography, the insight that he received during the journey regarding the loss of habitat of the heroes of jungles, and genuine efforts that he took by establishing BCRTI, that is Buffer Conflict Resolution Trust of India. I'll explain it later on. For the conservation of forests by educating local rural folks and providing them the sound, reliable source of income. Through this Buffer Conflict Resolution Trust of India, he is providing the people the income source. I'll explain it later on. Let us read the lesson paragraph wise and study. Taking the Panther of Nagarhole. Shaz Jang is a wildlife photographer, cinematographer, big cat tracker, man animal conflict resolution seeker, and a lodge owner. So, lot of aspects we can see in the same personality, all roll into one. When he is away from the jungles of Nagarhole, officially which is called as Rajiv Gandhi National Park, he is leading photography safaris in Africa. So, if you fail to see him in Rajiv Gandhi Park or Nagarhole, in the jungles of Nagarhole, definitely he will be in Africa, and he must be taking photographs of those wild animals, showcasing his work at the art galleries. So after taking the photographs of these wild animals, he makes exhibition and he tries to educate the people. He is enriching the people with knowledge, especially those who are interested in conserving this wildlife. Shaz recalls with great clarity the incident that ultimately leads to his answering the call of felines over a career dedicated to finance students. So, from finance, he shifted to wildlife. Now, why he shift from finance to wildlife? There is a reason behind his shift from finance to wildlife. There is a story behind it. It was a call of felines. Felines, cat family, belonging to cat family, big cat family. That means students, this big animals belong to this family. For example, leopards, panthers, or tigers. All these big animals belong to this big cat family. It was somewhere around sunset. We were at a junction. Deers were calling. He says, we went around a blind turn. He continues, and up ahead on the path was an old leopard. Suddenly, he saw an old leopard. You could tell he passed his prime. He was past his prime. That means he had become old. He was no longer healthy, students, no longer good in health. He continues, and ahead on the path was an old leopard. You could tell he was past his prime. The jungles had taken a toll on him. He only had 3 canyons. His eyes were sagging. His eyes had become weak. Close to this leopard was another very young and good looking male. So, old leopard and young leopard were confronted, students. It was There was going to be a fight. He says, unfortunately, the sun was setting and we had to leave. So Shaz could not stay there. He could not watch that fight. Even if he was interested, even if he was curious to see them, he had to leave from the spot. Unfortunately, sun was setting, we had to leave, he says. But the next morning, I went back to the same spot. Sitting on the high rock was a young leopard. So, what had happened, students? Guess what happened? There was a fight between this old leopard and young leopard had killed that old leopard. The blood was dripping from a gush across his face. Gash, students, a deep long cut, and blood was gushing, and it proved that he had killed that old leopard. He sat there like a king of jungle. I knew right then that he had taken over, that it was beginning of a new journey for him. Now he was like the king of the jungle. He had killed that old leopard. He had defeated him. The photographs of that leopard, the victor, the Scarface, as Shah's named him, it was his habit. He was naming those leopard. Now this particular leopard was named as Scarface by Shahs. He calls him Victor Scarface. He named him like that. Not only made him famous among India's wildlife community, but also laid Shah's enviable reputation as a chronicler of the wild. Chronicler, students, to record something. So he started making records of them. Through my journey of photographing Scarface, I have discovered other leopards, his mates, and discover his nemesis, tigers. I also discovered the current protagonist of my work. So the another leopard he found, that is Saya, as he named it. While tracking Scarface, he found Saya, the another leopard. This is world's first black panther, the behavior of which is being documented so intimately by camera by tracking his movements. So Shahs was capturing the activities of these leopards. He captured the activities of Saya, and very soon he became famous because of all these documents. This is world's first black panther, the behavior of which is being documented so intimately on camera by tracking its movements. So far, all the research on the animals has been done through camera traps. Through many months of toil, Shahs managed to collect precious footage. So after a lot of efforts, he could manage to take their photographs, and it were rare activities noticed by Shahs or captured by from his camera, including that animal matting to piece together the incredible landscape of Black Panther's life. So this is how he could collect the information and put it together. Saya, Scarface, Pardus, all these names he used for these different leopards. The leopard that lost to Scarface have laid Shahs down a different path of discovery. So all this study gave him a new direction. All this collection gave a new direction to Shah's study. Learning about them and loss to their habitat has led Shahs to create Buffer Conflict Resolution Trust of India. So he was inspired to create this agency, to set this particular agency, BCRTR, through which he was trying to provide the education to local people. It is an agency that educates villagers who live on the fringe of forest on importance of conservation. So friends, Shahs was teaching these people the importance of wildlife through this Buffer Conflict Resolution Trust of India. We are at the heart of man-animal conflict zone, explains Shahs. There is no specific buffer zone here around Nagarhole. The core area of the forest ends where the field begins. In dry season, elephant, wild boar excursions into the field are very common. All these animal attack was very common. Means they were entering into the fields and they were troubling these people. And as a result, these villagers were getting irritated. And they were angry always because these animals were troubling them. Older leopards like pandas who have lost territory in the forest often carry away livestock from villages. Because these animals were carrying livestock from the villages, the villagers were getting angry. It creates resentment among the locals towards the animals on occasions, leading to unpleasant situations. So all these things were irritating these villagers, and this bond was becoming weak. So they were not carrying these animals anymore. They were troubled by these animals. This is the area, students. BCRTI, exactly. This is the camp where Shahs tried to educate the villagers, or he tried to strengthen the bond between villagers and animals, man and animals. He tried to strengthen the bond between man and animal very strong. Putting the tourist currency to good use under BCRTI umbrella, Shahs provides locals with vocational training. He decided to give them proper training, how to protect these animals, how to take care of them, how to nourish them. And if the tourist came to visit these jungles, they will definitely pay, and these villagers will get the benefit. They can get foreign currency, and all these things will be definitely beneficial to them. So Buffer Trust of India, Buffer Conflict Resolution Trust of India made a major role in protecting these animals and teaching the villagers as well. The visitors at the resort are welcome to volunteers to teach the skills training class to their choice. The acquired skills enable locals to find employment with any of the numerous wildlife resorts in the region. If not far away in the city, they can get some income source. This was the aim of BCRTI. Madegowda is one such local agriculturist who is trained at BCRTI students. So Madegowda got the education and training from this Buffer Conflict Resolution Trust of India, and he is speaking about how he received benefits and how he was convinced, how he became smart, and how he started protecting the animals and got the benefits. Now he is certified naturalist employed by BSAN. Again, this is in South India, students. This particular camp again trains the young people to protect the animals. I have I have lost almost 80% of season's yield of sugarcane, says this Madegowda. He's speaking about his experience. I'll repeat. I have lost almost 80% of season's yields of sugarcane to such animal attacks. He had got tired of animals because these animals were troubling by eating sugar canes. They were causing harm, they were causing damage. I used to hate them, says Madegowda. But now I have learned how important these animals are. These animals are very important to him now because he learned how to protect them and he got his income source as well. As he learned the importance of this wildlife, the value of protecting them. He says, I have known these jungles for 35 years. I know where the animals are and I realize how can I guide the visitors. So this Madegowda started giving guidance to the tourists and he could earn a lot. In a way, the animals are paying me back. The forest have taught me many things. For instance, listening is a sense far more important than sight. If we listen to the sounds, we can get lot of knowledge. You have to switch off your vehicles and sit and listen, for the forest is constantly communicating. You can enjoy their sounds, you can enjoy their communication, their activities, and everything. So, through the voices of these birds and animals, you have to listen again and again. He explains. Tracking an animal also teaches you life lessons. Black Panther has taught me patience. So you can learn a lot of qualities from these animals. But above all, it has taught me never stop discovering. Shah says they have taught me that I should discover, I should learn to discover. I can get lot of knowledge from these animals. There are just so many amazing experiences to learn and share to the world. So remember, friends, nature is a great guide and teacher. Love these animals and enjoy the communication, their sounds, their activities, and absorb the courage, patience, and different skills from them. You can learn life lessons. It's an amazing experience which convinces us why Shah's lost in these jungles. Thank you, students.